Okay, this time we have ice and snow. So let's take a look at ice loading and snow loading on the conifers. Here's Arizona cypress, blue ice cultivar, pretty weighted down by the ice, holding strong. Beside that, Thuya green giant, no problems. Once again, the podocarpus is completely flattened, same as last time. The Leland cypress does pretty well, I'd say. Holding up strong, a little bent over at the tops, but for the most part, handling the ice pretty well. Another Arizona cypress there. A Norway spruce here, we would expect these to do well, and they do well. Like, I don't see any deformation in the branches really, maybe a little weighted down with wet snow, but Norway spruce obviously handles this without problem. Deodar cedar, somewhat weighted down on the sides, but overall, holding strong. Okay, possibly the most dramatic result here is the Thuya occidentalis. This is the dark green arbor vitae. And as you can see, it kind of has multi-trunk, which is always a recipe for disaster in ice situations. And it's kind of flattened and branches going everywhere. I'm going to have to make a stronger effort to get this limited to a single trunk. Same on this side. This one's a little bit better. There's one dominant trunk, but even that one's pretty weighted down. Loblolly pine held up just fine, I'd say. Some people say it's not good in ice, but at least for this particular ice storm, it's actually not really ice. It's really just really wet snow. It held up pretty well. My little pitch pine is completely weighted down. Here's a look at some cryptomerias. The lower branches are weighted down, but the upper part holding strong. Right next to that, Murray cypress. No problem. Okay, another look at dark green arbor vitae, Thuya occidentalis. These have a better single trunk, and you can see how that results in this middle part really not looking as bad. The lower part still had some vestiges of the old multi-trunk growth pattern. As you can see, it's weighted down. There's another one that's done a good job single trunking, and it looks better. So I can definitely say on Thuya occidentalis, single trunk is the way to go. Right here in between these, the Berkeyeye red cedar is pretty weighted down. I don't think Berkeyeye red cedar holds up that well to heavy snow. Another example of a different Berkeyeye red cedar bending pretty dramatically. Branches weighted down and the top is all bent over. Cryptomeria right next to it. Kind of okay. Okay, I was wrong. The most dramatic effect is on the Carolina sapphire Arizona cypress. This thing is completely weighted down. You can see there's a green support stick that's bent. It's actually a steel stick. Top of it totally weighted, hanging down. Arizona cypress does not handle ice well, and if this has been a real ice storm with enough weight on top, I bet it could even snap the trunk. So a word of caution on Arizona cypress. Probably doesn't handle ice that well at all. Another view from the other side, Arizona cypress really weighted down. Next to it, a little Leland, not that bad. Last one, a view of this cryptomeria here that really shows how well cryptomeria does in situations like this. So bonus points to cryptomeria. There's another one right there on the far right. That's cryptomeria. Pretty good.